All right, it is movie review time again, and I just recently took the opportunity to watch the new Netflix movie, Old Dads. Now, Old Dads is directed and written with a partner by Bill Burr, who is a comedian. And it's a basic story of some older gentlemen, some Gen Xers, who are dads and the struggles that they go through. And it's a comedy, so it's kind of like a clash between the older generations and the younger generations, and how they view the world and interact. And I just did not like it. I'm an older dad myself, so I should be able to relate to it, but I just didn't find it that funny. I chuckled a couple of times here and there, but the humor just did not work. It fell flat in most places. Now, I like Bill Burr when he was in the Mandalorian and when he showed up for a couple of shows. If you've seen that, you know that he can act. And if you've seen any of his comedy, now he can be fairly divisive between people, but if you've seen his comedy, I like some of the stuff that he does. You may or may not like it, but as a comedian on the stage, he has command of the stage, and I think he works that very well. I think the problem is, like a lot of comedians, when they decide or they get approached to make a feature film, it just doesn't quite translate over, and I know he's not truly playing himself. It's not a biography or an autobiography or anything like that, but it just doesn't quite transfer over like it should to be as funny as it could be. And so I was just really disappointed in it. I just would not recommend this. There's a lot more out there in terms of comedy that you could see that's been put out this year that is much better. If you're interested in, his comedy, you can find it all over the internet. In fact, I would suggest maybe you start there first, and then you would probably understand what I mean in terms of how his comedy and this movie, they just don't mesh together, because he's a much better comedian than this movie proves. So I don't recommend it, but if you do want to see it, like I said, it is on Netflix, so you're paying for the whole subscription, not an individual ticket price, so you're not really losing anything by doing that. But I can only give it a half out of 5 stars.